So this is your daily reminder that you can do anything you want to do, that with enough consistent action of building something that you want, building something that is your goal or your dream, that you can eventually get there. It's not going to happen overnight, but if you truly want something and you put in the work and you're consistent with it and you don't make excuses, you just make it happen, that you can accomplish whatever you want to accomplish. Nothing is impossible. We tend to put limitations on what we believe is possible, and those are limitations that you put on things. And but if you truly want to do something, you will work through those limitations, because a lot of times when you're doing things that maybe are different than what you've experienced in the past, and if you want to do something new, they're going to be different, that your brain is kind of like, whoa, are we safe? Is this okay? And you have to kind of work through those beliefs and work through different limiting beliefs that maybe your ancestors or your parents or your grandparents had, of, I don't know, lack of, oh no, just be comfortable doing this. Don't make too much, like that kind of thing. These were certain beliefs that were ingrained into you growing up, and that doesn't necessarily mean that they're true. That's how they experience the world, but it doesn't necessarily mean that that's how the world is. And you have to understand too that these people, even your parents, even though they probably could have done a better job, I know my mom could have, but that they did the best that they could with what they had, and that a lot of things, for me, I mean, not everybody thinks the way that I do. Not everybody works through all this stuff that I have worked through in most of my life. I've worked through complex PTSD. Like, I have done the work. I'm still doing the work, because I guess there's a lot of, I feel like, generational stuff that I need to work on, that feel like they're normal, but it's not really normal. And just other certain behaviors that I picked up from other people. And when you've been in a traumatic household, when you've been in trauma, you do develop certain belief systems and certain behaviors that keep you, quote, safe, but that's not how you're supposed to experience life going forward. And that's not how life truly is. It may have been how life was experienced when you were younger, but that doesn't mean that's how life truly is. So if you want to do something, you're going to have to put in consistent action, and you're going to have to work past those limiting beliefs, because really those limiting beliefs and what you believe is true about the world and your perspective, it's how you filter your experiences and what happens. It's the meanings that you give things. So that really controls everything. So once you start to control that, and you're able to even put in the action when it feels uncomfortable, because you're not going to always feel motivated to do it. It's not going to always feel comfortable, but you need to put in the action even when it feels uncomfortable. Even there's sometimes when I'm working on things and I'm like, oh, okay, like, I need to work through this. Putting it on the calendar and, making a date, saving a date helps me. Because if I make that appointment, listen, I just got to push through it. I've already made the appointment. I've already added it to my calendar. Then I just need to do it. And that's probably what you need to do too. Just get it done. However you can. If it's something that you're passionate about, something that you want to do, then work on it. And if you have these beliefs that, well, it's going to take too long. Time's going to pass anyways. You might as well be working towards your goals. So then when time does pass, at least your goal is here. But that's just it's like you have a blockage. You have a self-limiting belief. So you're making, oh, well, it's going to take too long. That's, in your brain, that's how you're justifying not putting in the action. Just put in the action even if it feels uncomfortable. So, I don't know. Have a great day, guys.